In the heart of Rome, between the ancient ruins and whispering olive trees, lived a beautiful fox named Nona. Every morning she'd climb to the top of a stone wall near the old Colosseum, watching the sun rise above the city's golden rooftops. Her fur glowed under the dawn light, and her heart filled with peace. But deep inside, Nona felt lonely. Years ago, she had lost her family in a storm, and since then, wandered the Roman gardens alone. Still, she never stopped helping others, giving food to birds, guiding lost kittens, or sharing her shelter when rain fell. Everyone in the nearby forest called her La Signora Nona, Lady Nona, the kind fox of Rome. One afternoon, while Nona was resting near the Piazza Navona, she saw a small boy sitting beside a broken fountain. He looked sad, his hands covered in dust, his shoes torn. It was Marco, a little boy from a poor family who sold flowers near the market. Nona approached quietly, her tail brushing against the cobblestones. "Why are you sad, Piccolo?" she asked softly in her gentle voice. Marco looked up, surprised to see a talking fox, but her warm eyes made him smile. I lost my flowers. "Without them, I can't sell anything today," he said sadly. Nona thought for a moment and said, "Come, I know where the most beautiful flowers grow." She led him through the quiet gardens behind the ruins, where wild roses and violets bloomed freely. Marco gathered them all, his smile returning with every handful. From that day on, Marco and Nona became best friends. Every evening, Nona and Marco would visit elder cat Mino, who ran a tiny cafe hidden behind ivy-covered walls. The cafe smelled of roasted chestnuts and sweet Italian coffee. Luca the sparrow would sing on the windowsill, and Mino would serve warm milk to Marco and a small biscuit to Nona. One night, Marco asked, "Nona, do you ever wish you were a human like me?" Nona smiled gently. "No, Caro. I may be a fox, but I have a heart just like you. And hearts don't need names, only kindness." Her words stayed in Marco's mind forever. One stormy evening, thunder rolled over the city. The river Tiber rose dangerously, flooding the lower streets. Marco was trapped in his small house near the riverbank. He called for help, but no one heard him. When Nona saw the flood from the hilltop, her heart filled with fear. Without hesitation, she ran through the heavy rain, her fur drenched, her paws splashing through the muddy water. She reached Marco's window and shouted, "Marco, climb on my back!" The boy held on tight as Nona swam through the rushing water, struggling against the current. Her legs trembled, but her spirit stayed strong. Finally, they reached the high hill where Elder Mino and Luca waited under a lamp. Marco hugged Nona tightly, crying, "You saved me, Nona!" "You saved my life," Nona smiled weakly. "That's what family is for, Piccolo." The next morning, the storm ended, and the golden sun shone again over Rome. People spoke about a mysterious fox who had saved a child from the flood, but when they searched, Nona was gone. Some said she went to the high mountains to rest. Others believed she became a star watching over Rome. Marco grew up and opened a small flower shop near the same fountain. He named it Nona's Garden, and every evening he left a single rose by the window, just for her. Kindness never fades. It lives on in hearts forever. Love doesn't need words, age, or form. Whether fox or human, a kind soul is the most beautiful thing in the world.